Hello, folks, and welcome to Titan Quest. Okay, I really thought there was like an intro cutscene there. That's such a dramatic little bit.
Before the light of
Here
the
it is.
gods entered the world, there was only darkness ruled by titans. After an epic war, Zeus seized the heavens and exiled the titans, seeking to imprison them for all eternity. The lands were cleansed and mortals flourished. But arrogance precedes many a fall. And even a god's prison may be breached.
Your gods will not save you.
Oh, I think that was kind of a given by the fact he wasn't really helping out much there with the fucking Gorgon. Then again, maybe that was Zeus's intervention. He works in mysterious ways. He was too busy shagging anyone but his wife. So I just tippled this. That was as much effort as he could muster in knocking the statue over. That aside, I actually forgot I was actually recording for a moment there. I was just I got caught up in it. I hadn't seen that before. I kind of skipped through to just do a bit of audio testing. I made Durin in here, who I'm actually gonna delete. Yes. It's not like it takes long to make a character. Let's remake him. Durnin. Blue. Great. Job done. It's very easy. And yeah, I will be doing a, what, seriously? Okay, no, they're still walked off, it's just odd. Oh, it's a join, not anything else, but anyway. Yeah, I'll be doing playing co-op with a guy, with a guildie. So, I'm gonna stop the recording here and go find him. So, now I'm starting recording.
Oliver says he's actually done with all of it now, but I promised you I'd play until at least midnight, so we'll keep going for a while.
Oh, cool. So, hi YouTube.
There we go. Ah, you're done, and you'll notice that I called my character Philippa.
It took me a moment to get that joke. I was thinking, where
Because
is...
I'm some sort of Greek woman, and your name is Philip, so this is funny to me.
I was expecting, is there a Philippa in, Greek mythology? I can't think of one.
And were you not thinking like, oh fuck, my name is Philip?
No, I was thinking either Greek mythology or Philippa from Witcher. Forgot about my own name. That's the kind of person you're dealing with here. Is you there?
Yeah, hang on, I'm just typing it, Oliver.
Ah, okay. So, Titan Quest, people.
You there,
Hey.
soldier. If you've come looking for rest and peace, you won't find it here in Helos. Our village
I'll let
has
him know that I'm
recently been beset
playing
by
with you until
satyrs and
about
other
midnight,
vile
which is when I'll tap out and
beasts.
join in.
The help
Sure,
of
sure.
your fighting arm would be greatly appreciated. Our farmers cannot get to their fields and our supplies are running low. Please.
I'm actually
go down
really
the
glad
road
he's
towards
done
the
with
village
stuff
and
now.
help where you
The last few weeks we've not had a fight, but while he was really busy with really stressful work and we had to interact pretty much every day on World of Warcraft, our friendship got slightly strained. We are too similar to be able to suffer each other every day.
You're okay with that being on YouTube, or do you want me to edit that out?
Oh, no, I'm okay with that being on YouTube. I'm pretty sure he agrees.
Oh, alright.
Okay, are you recording right now?
Yes.
Right, let me just say this then to everyone who may be listening to this recording. I have given the Irish Potato Man permission to record shit, and I will never complain about anything he puts on YouTube. It's fine. Hello, Palnai viewers, how are you doing?
Oh, you know, like one of them.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Just, you have it on record now that I have given you permission to put my voice on your recordings. I am okay with this.
You saved my horse.
Just chatting with the farmer.
But I'm not the only one
Yeah,
in trouble.
he gives you some quests.
Down the road there.
Well,
that's
he
my
tells
village,
you, go to the
Helos.
city now, please.
We've got monsters at the gates, in the fields. They're everywhere.
Exactly. Okay, here, we want to get last hits on as many of these as possible because we get experience, and if the gods fully kill them, we don't. So, if we get lucky, we may get one.
I think I got two there.
We got one. We got one or two, yeah. So that's nice.
Hello, I am
Hello,
Aeson,
he is
guard
Aeson.
captain for
He
this
tries
small
to sound
village.
Greek, but
We
he
are
is
holding
mostly
up.
Russian.
What's the deal? If the monsters lay waste to our farms, we're lost all the
You
same.
took a wrong turn at Albuquerque.
Shaman. Diomedes is tearing his hair out over.
It's not my fault.
The waters
This guy
within
puts on
these
a really
fountains
weird
are
voice.
blessed by the gods. They say when you touch the water, your soul
Okay,
drinks
over
from
there
it.
is a guy
Should you
with a yellow
suffer the
question,
dark fate
I
in
mean a
battle,
yellow exclamation
your
point
body
over his
will
head
return
called
to the
Diomedes.
fountain,
See
and
if you
will
recognize
live
his
to fight
voice.
again.
Sure. I'm actually just going to lower the game audio slightly. Because I
I
already...
have done that too, because I want to hear you more than the game.
I just...
Especially, I've done this bit of the game before, so.
Yeah. I just wanted to have some of the game audio, because otherwise a weird statically sets in on my side. When I'm listening to recordings.
Nah, that doesn't happen. See if you recognize this guy's voice, Diomedes Elder.
Hello, stranger. I'm Diomedes, the leader of this small village. Do you mean to say that you fought your way here? If that's true, then please, I beg of you, we need your help. Monsters led by a powerful satyr shaman appeared a few days ago and have driven us from our farms. We can hardly defend the village gates and have no one who can stop them from destroying our crops. Our farmland lies on the other side of the river, just over this bridge. The shaman was last seen beyond the farms at the edge of the Helos woods. Please, rid us of this terrible sorcerer. We will pay you what we can.
I can't place it. Ooh, more satyrs.
Well, yeah. After these satyrs, I will give you a quote.
He does seem kind of familiar, but I can't place it.
Well, let me give you a quote then. But it does me good to see that you've remembered the basics of what I taught you. Even the flaws.
No.
Master Lee! It's Master Lee.
Who?
Master Lee from Jade Empire.
I've actually only seen a Let's Play of that, actually. I haven't gotten to play it.
I thought you played that. I thought we talked about that game like a couple of weeks ago.
Did we? I don't actually remember that.
I thought maybe it was someone else. I thought we did. If you'd played the game, you would definitely have recognized that voice, I guess. It's a really good game with an excellent story.
I did remember seeing a Let's Play, and it did seem cool. It did seem good.
Did you get to the big plot twist of the story?
I don't remember. It's been quite a while. Last I remember...
It's essentially just after you defeat the Emperor.
Oh no, didn't get nearly that far.
Oh, okay.
They
I
got
won't
to the
spoil any more than that, though. Forget anything I just said. Play Jade Empire.
It is on the list, but so is like every game in existence.
Well, okay, well, let me put it this way. I think, personally, that Jade Empire is one of the best games BioWare ever did.
Hmm.
And I really like quite a lot of BioWare games from the olden days.
Hmm.
You know, the first Knights of the Old Republic and Dragon Age Origins and the first Mass Effect and Baldur's fucking Gate.
Christ. Save
Oh,
me.
you're nearly dead. Run. Oh, fuck. I forgot. Sorry, I forgot stuff is twice as strong on two-player mode.
Uh,
And they kind of wreck our shit.
yeah, and I was kind of just like trying to tank it with my face. I'm too used to.
You're a lot stronger at level 2 in Grim Dawn. Or level 1 even.
Yeah, I'm too used to that. And
You can get your experience back at that, yeah. Just after the next sort of bridgey area, we get health potions, and then we'll be fine. You tank it, you're full health.
actually, I seem to have 9 health potions on me, but they're grayed out.
Yeah, that means it's bound to key number 9.
Oh, sorry, I was reading the numbers wrong.
You'll see a 0 in the top left of that particular square.
Yeah,
That's how many health potions you actually have.
I got excited there. Maybe I won't die.
Level 2, by the way, we just like in Grim Dawn. It's in Grim Dawn. It's just like Titan Quest. Once we're level 2, we get to pick a class, and we get our first mastery stuff and possibly ability.
Oh,
So
cool.
we'll be a bit stronger at that point.
But-
This chest has health potions, but they're safer, and I'm low health, so you'll have to tank.
Well, they seem inclined to trying to light me on fire, so that worked out.
They do that, yeah. Okay, 2 each.
So that's why I wasn't seeing any loot on the ground. I somehow
There
turned.
wasn't any.
Well, there was torches actually.
Oh, but they just got here. Grey items by default don't show, and most of these guys just drop greys.
I didn't actually even see the potions till I hit Alt.
Oh, okay. I guess I have some setting that permanently displays loot. There's a setting in the options, I think, that makes loot always show.
Let me see. But I'd actually been. You were saying about the older BioWare games. I'd actually been looking at the. I don't see it, but I'm probably just toggle item pickup. No, that's not it. I don't know. I was actually looking into trying the like Baldur. Didn't they make Baldur's Gate and Icewind Dale back in the day? Yeah, I've been looking into. I've been looking into trying those, but I was told I went to clarify the video policy. The people who owns that, I was told to get a lawyer.
What?
Yeah, they don't clarify legal documents, even though they have at the end of the page that they if you have any questions to contact them. Whoa.
Hang on, let me think.
9.
So I'm actually not sure if I heard you right. Sorry, you wanted to play some Baldur's Gate and you had to go see a lawyer?
Well, no, I wanted to record it again for the channel.
Oh.
They're not quite that bad, but yeah, I was
Well, that
told.
should be fine. There's millions of Baldur's Gate videos on YouTube. I can't imagine they'd actually bother you just for having some recorded games.
You wouldn't think so, but some people, some companies are, iffy. I always like to just play it safe.
Well, the actual publishers who published Baldur's Gate no longer exist. That was Black Isle Games. So.
Hasbro now owns D&D, so they likely own the IP to Baldur's Gate and co.
I can't imagine they'd be able to actually get you for recording some gameplay. Okay, you should be level 2 now?
Yes.
You are, yes. Okay, you get some attribute points, but how you want to spend them depends on what class you pick. So now is the time to pick a class. I think you wanted to go Paladin, then Storm?
Yeah, I was thinking Paladin, but I'm not sure in Sword and Board. Actually, no.
Well, I'm pretty sure a defense build always has Sword and Board, so...
Yeah, I know. I was thinking maybe going something else instead. You're saying Warfare and Spirit was good.
Warfare and Spirit works, but you need some specific weapons that have life leech on them.
Ah, okay. Maybe I will just go Paladin, so...
Well, you can just do a quick Google for some builds and see if anything pops up that you like. I'm going for a build that'll be fairly melee and kind of DPS and debuff heavy.
Alright.
So if you go with something that either lives long or does good support, that'll be great. I mean, I don't expect us to go all the way to the higher difficulties or anything. At most, we'll finish normal, so it doesn't really matter that much. We'll be able to clear it with, like... any sort of build that has a decent idea of what it's doing, essentially. The trap is to think it'd be really cool if I can be really tanky and then also use lightning spells, because the point is then you'll be half tanky and half competent at lightning spells, which means you're not doing either of them any good, basically. So you do need to sort of get an idea of what you're doing.
Yeah, I get you. I did see a guide floating around on how to on a good paladin thing, so it apparently can work. But
Well, if you, I personally like to play these sort of things with most of the game. I'll sort out myself, but which masteries to take, I like to find a guide of someone who's let me know how it works. I don't really like to wind up at level 20 being ridiculously weak and unable to get anywhere, personally.
I do kind of just try to wing it to see if I stumble onto something good, but I haven't.
Well, you should at least try to find some sort of combination that is known to work.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Hmm. So you're saying you're going something. So what are you looking at?
I am going Dream and then later Hunter.
Dream Hunter, alright.
Dream Hunting. Essentially, as a melee build, Hunting means I'll be using a spear for piercing damage, and Dream is really good in normal difficulty, and it's sort of alright in higher difficulties. It doesn't quite scale as well as some others, but it gives you a lot of utility and auras, which are really helpful. Dream Hunter is a sort of... It's not as good in Anniversary Edition as it was in Immortal Throne, but the Haruspex is a classical, very strong build.
Just... I'm just having a look here on wine, see if I see anything good. Actually, do you know any? Like you knew the Grim Dawn compilation thing, build compendium. Do you know anything like that?
There was definitely a Titan Quest build compendium. I don't know if it's been updated for later stuff. I found a page with a Paladin build, but it doesn't say anywhere when it was last updated, so I don't know if it's up to date.
All right.
Just let me ask, what do you want to do with your character?
I'm not too sure. I was hoping for, you know... I know in a lot of games when I make a melee character I go for, you know, two-handed swords and all that, but that isn't actually an option in this game apparently. So it's either dual wielding or sword and board.
Well, I think there are two-handed weapons, I think, but dual wielding is just so much better in general.
Okay.
Like even for your regular old champion build, which is defense and warfare, which is a very traditional, strong combination of physical damage, you would be dual wielding or using sword and board.
Alright.
It's just stronger, generally.
Fair enough. Sorry, what did you call it again? The...
defense and warfare together. I don't know what the combination is called. I think champion?
Okay. And, kind of be honest, my mind is just a little blanking, is a little on the fritz right now. Did you say it was kind of tanky or what? Because that's what I'm kind of thinking might be a good idea if everything's a bit burlier than it normally is.
Which one, sorry?
Defense and warfare? Or is that what you...
Yeah, well, okay. It depends on how much you go into warfare and how much you go into defense, right? There's some useful stuff for offense and defense, and vice versa. As I understand it, Paladin is actually a fairly decent tanky build because it has a couple of ability lines that involve a fairly strong stun. So you can use the Storm stun ability and the defense not die ability to CC forever, and in the brief moments that the opponents are not CC'd, you're really difficult to kill which that might work actually. I can see that being a fairly decent synergy if you want to play Paladin. I'm pretty sure there'll be Paladin builds.
I remember seeing one floating about, but I don't remember what it was. Oh, where I saw it. I might just so we can, get a bit of play done. I might just go with defense for now and pick. There is a way of resetting skill points, right?
Yes, but it costs money per skill point you reset, and you'd have to reset every single skill point in a tree before you get to pick a different one.
Oh, you can
So
pick.
it's expensive, but you get to pick a second skill line at level 8. So
Yeah.
I'm looking for a Paladin build for you.
Oh, thank you. I was just thinking, with limited time, I'll just, pick one of the two and go from there.
It's not like this is the only time we'll be able to play. We can occasionally pick this up later,
True enough. So.
Oh, I really wish some of these builds would have fucking dates on them.
Would be handy, especially considering how old the game is.
Well, especially considering that the Anniversary Edition was quite a big update which changed several things that make some builds no longer viable. For example, before Anniversary Edition it was possible to get your defensive ability up to 99%, which means there was only a 1% chance you'd get hit. With some class combinations you could get all the way up to 99%.
God,
builds focused around that don't work anymore now, because now you get hit and you fucking die.
Alright, I was figuring the Anniversary Edition might have just, made it work on, modern systems.
No, it actually did a bunch of balance stuff.
Ah. Well, I suppose that makes sense. Especially, with them later on introducing the Viking guy here. Who apparently does ecstasy. Good to know.
Yeah.
Can you just, look into trees and see what they got without being locked into them?
Yes, you can pick one and then just look what is there, and then if you don't like it, you hit the undo button until you have nothing invested in them, and then you have an undo mastery button.
Alright.
And if you just pick a tree and don't hit the plus at all, you can look at all the abilities that are in it and then undo mastery as well.
That's good. I'm just nervous in case I do end up somehow getting locked into it.
No, not until you actually invest your points and close the window are you invested into it.
Ah, good.
If you're considering a pet class, by the way, nature is a good start, and then you can add spirit later, and then you have pretty good pets.
I've actually kind of come. Ooh, the audio is actually really low now in OBS. Let me just actually change that. Like, you're heard fine, but the game isn't. Just hard this slightly. It's a lot lower than I anticipated. It's really awkward to try and balance, the game in its different ways and Discord. It's not the most cooperative of things. Okay, maybe that's fine. I have no idea. Remember, the concussive blow in defensive mastery actually does help with the stun you get from storm, as long as you're wielding a mace. Remember someone saying that.
Quite possible. It increases. Yeah, it increases stun duration for any stuns you have, and when you're using a club or an axe, you get an X% a chance of a stun on every hit. So yeah, that is a synergy between storm and defense. Because if you have that stuff from defense and you get the big stunny one from storm, you do get that combination. I can't remember which one it was from storm that actually does the stun. I think it's Squall. It's a Storm Surge. Well, Storm Surge has a chance on hit for more stun. I'm pretty sure there's an active that just does a big stun anyway. Lightning Bolt does a stun. Chain Lightning does an AoE stun, and all of that, the durations are increased if you have Concussive Bolt.
Just having a look at this here, and it seems like if I go for this, I'll get a, the normal attack replaced for the normal attack.
Yes. A lot of trees have an ability which is essentially meant as a replacer for your basic attack. So you replace your left click with it.
I've one that I'll put on my right click, but that's it. Like there's a few.
Well, when I go into Dream, for example, I have Psionic Touch, what I'll put on my left click, and then every third hit does a bunch of extra damage.
If I go into Storm, I'll get like Ice Shard, which I could put on my left click, but that's kind of defeats the purpose of a mace.
Well, I've seen a bunch of Ice Shards builds for Paladins.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm seeing Rune Warrior. The Rune Mastery one here has a left click one.
I've sent you a link on Steam to a forum post on a fairly recent forum, which has a Paladin build on it.
Okay. I'll open it up here.
It basically just that we won't really be picking our weapons and stuff early, but you can look at the calculator that's in it, and it'll tell you to essentially which abilities are good. And you can just pick yourself which one you want to go down first.
And yeah, they actually do end up grabbing Ice Shard.
Yeah, 12 of them. I think that build uses a weapon that increases. Yeah, it's a weapon that increases a bunch of cold damage later on. But remember, we're just playing normal basically. I don't expect we'll go further than normal.
Yeah.
So any build that's vaguely competent eventually will be good in normal after level like 10 or something.
Okay.
Eventually, as long as you're focused on something. And essentially this is largely Storm with a bit of defense mixed in. And it's mostly defense for the I don't die lol line. And the passive stats, which are good. Like the adrenaline line, which gives you a bunch of health regenerated and recharge time on adrenaline rush and some more auras, some more passives and stuff. So yeah, it's basically a combination of make you tanky defensive passives from defense and nice AoE damage, which also slows and stuns from Storm. Which probably worked.
Yeah. Which will you go with first? Because.
In normal, I'd say. So you'd probably take Storm first and get Ice Shards, like a bunch of levels in that, just for the damage.
Okay. I'll do that.
At level 8, or was it 10, one of the two, you get a second. I think it's 8 actually, but at some point you get a second pick. In Titan Quest, you actually fairly often just take 1 point in every ability and passive you want to use on the way up to Mastery. Mastery is prioritized above abilities, more than in Grim Dawn.
Okay.
One of the many reasons that I prefer Grim Dawn, actually, because in Grim Dawn, you'll be strong early if you max an ability early, and in Titan Quest, you'll want to get to higher Mastery first. Which, there's nothing wrong with that, but I like investing in some abilities and being cool.
Yeah, being cool is nice.
And having some abilities to do stuff with, you know what I'm saying?
So, just a point in Storm Mastery and then 2, I guess, into Ice Shard.
Well, from what I can tell, you also get 1 point in Storm Nimbus, which is the auto attack passive.
Okay.
Which is a chance on hit for a bunch of extra damage. And it's only 1 point you need in that anyway, because the main value from that comes from the modifiers. Like, you get 1 point in Storm Nimbus, but then you max Heart of Frost and Static Charge later.
Alright, so I got 1 in both.
Especially because Static Charge gives you retaliation, so that means a chance when you get hit to do that.
Alright.
Which you can see how that's useful for a tanky build.
Oh, yeah. So, okay. I put a point into Mastery and a point into the other 2.
Yeah.
So.
That's more or less also what I've done. I think you will your attribute points will go into Strength and Intelligence then.
I think it's a...
According to that build. So the build page should list what your attribute points go into.
3 to Intelligence, 1 to Dex.
3 Intelligence, 1 Dex?
Yeah.
Okay, well that means you put your points in Intelligence, but every other level you put 1 into 1 Dex. So.
Wait, wait. I think I might have took you up wrong. I was just saying what I got from the Mastery. Was that what you meant, or...?
Oh, right, no, that's not what I meant. I mean, there's also an attribute points that you get, 2 per level.
Oh, yeah, I noticed those. I took you up wrong. My brain is not fully working today. I don't...
Mine doesn't fully work most of the time, to be honest.
Okay, I'm going back to the stat page here just to see
Okay,
what
apparently you get... I don't know if that's the base amount of all the stuff or actually the points. It's very difficult to tell.
Apparently the idea for...
The calculator is difficult to tell what points the attribute points go into.
They're saying here that basically the idea is to just amp up Intelligence. So that the Ice Shards do enough damage in Legendary.
Well, get Intelligence as high as possible so that and still can stand inside a big amount of enemies without pressure. So yeah, I guess the idea is to max your int, but there'll be requirements for other stats to equip armor and weapons at some point. So you'll probably have to figure out when to put points in Intelligence and when to put points in Strength and Dexterity to be able to wear armor. You will rarely, in any builds, put points in Health and Energy if you're being effective.
Okay.
The stats are just more worth it. Because you'll get plenty of Health and Energy from your maxing out the Masteries anyway. In most cases.
I actually didn't notice you could actually just put points directly into it there. I was too caught I was flustered trying to figure out what I was meant to be doing with these points.
Yeah, well, it's not really that much worth it anyway.
So,
like I said, my points go every level. I go 1 in Strength and 1 in Dex, basically, because I am a hit people build. I hit people. That's what I do.
I guess I'll... yeah, I guess I'll put 1 into int. I could put 2 into int this level, and then stuff into Dex, I guess.
Yeah, or just wait until you find some sort of item, like armor or weapon, that makes you think, oh, I really wish I could equip this, but I need 4 more Dex, and then you put some stuff in Dex. No.
Oh, fair enough. I think I was kind of doing that in Grim Dawn to one extent or another.
Yeah, exactly.
The projectiles.
We just reckon this shit now.
Yeah, we're doing a lot better. And here's a bow. Oh, rabbits this out. This is honestly really bringing me back to when I was playing like Dungeon Siege when I was younger.
I remember Dungeon Siege. Dungeon Siege was great. I remember at some point you got a mule in your party just to carry stuff.
You could also get the Direwolf in the second one.
Ah. I never finished Dungeon Siege 2. I started it a bunch of times.
Do we both get our own loot here, or no? We're sharing it actually.
No, we're sharing.
All right.
Well, that band of ability has defensive ability, which is more important for you. Neither of us use staves, really. So.
This band also has extra energy on
I'll
it.
take this club. I'm using a torch now, which is a shit weapon. Rather have the club.
Take the stave to sell it.
Yeah, I just loot everything to sell it eventually. There's shrines too. It's healing and regeneration this time. These shrines are random. You don't always get the same ones.
Oh, really?
Experience shrines are the best ones, because as the name implies, if you use them, you get more experience for a while.
Oh, they actually had a similar thing like that in Diablo 3.
2 as well.
Oh, I haven't gotten
Also
around to that
1.
yet. I've.
Really? So Diablo 2 is a much better game than Diablo 3.
Mm.
Oh, there's dudes. Kill them for XPs. Or Mega Lol.
I think those are a bit slower than I'd expected. Or if I said that.
Probably the weapon speed.
Could be.
This game starts off slower than Grim Dawn does in general.
It does. Thoughtful
Here's a
peasant.
guy.
Harvest time, the whole village sets to work in the fields. The crops must be gathered and properly stored. We make an offering to Demeter, goddess of bounty.
And the peasant here apparently doesn't even notice they're currently under siege.
What a wanker.
Are there like secret areas in this, like in Grim Dawn?
Yes.
Oh.
There's the occasional cave and like a wall you need to break. Not as many as in Grim Dawn though. Grim Dawn is a better game in general. Grim Dawn is based on this, but it's much better.
Like this was the trial run for it, you know.
Pretty much. Well, Grim Dawn was made by the same people who made this game. And you can tell that they learned from a lot of things they did wrong in this game, and they got that right in Grim Dawn.
Your victory today is great, but I fear there will be more
Grim Dawn's great.
monsters tomorrow.
It is. I quite like it. I've actually just finished Forgotten Gods last night.
Alright.
Take this gold.
I mean,
I know
to be
it's not
entirely honest, I'd rather be
Please
playing Grim
seek
Dawn
out
with you
the
than Titan
Spartan
Quest, but I
general
promised I'd
who
play some
unites.
Titan Quest with you, so...
Petition him
Honestly, I had actually been thinking of asking, would you do what we're doing right now, but with Grim Dawn before, but I lost my nerve.
Well, why didn't you just ask me, because then we could have been playing Grim Dawn. I'd rather play Grim Dawn. If you're thinking, why aren't we playing Grim Dawn, it's more fun, we should switch to Grim Dawn.
I kind of want to play through this just on principle, because it's, you know...
I can see that, but it's really fucking long.
True. Maybe it would be better to try Grim Dawn.
I mean, even just if you play single player and you play a very efficient character at getting through normal, you'd be playing about 35 hours of in-game time to get through normal mode in Titan Quest.
Oh, Christ.
It takes a long time. Grim Dawn's pacing is much better.
Yeah.
Because you pick a build and you sort of focus a lot earlier and you get decent damage and stuff in Grim Dawn. I'd much rather do a co-op run of Grim Dawn than Titan Quest. I really love Titan Quest, but Grim Dawn just took the formula and improved on it so much.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to go back to it.
Yeah, the origin of the system where you pick 2 of the X classes available and combine them to what you want. The origin of that is in Titan Quest. The origin of that is here. But Grim Dawn just does it much better because it's viable to go for like a max skill line of an early tree, and you get some stronger items early on, and it just moves along much quicker than in Titan Quest.
Definitely. Well, we could...
The first 20 levels of Titan Quest are a slog.
Well, we could end this here. I could finish this, play through this, myself in my own time, and we could go do a playthrough of Grim Dawn instead.
I'd much rather do a co-op Grim Dawn playthrough where we, once in a while, we find time to play the game together and we have co-op characters. I'd much rather do that with Grim Dawn than Titan Quest, to be honest.
Sure, we can do that. So, we could end this here. Do you have Grim Dawn installed, or...?
I do.
Oh, okay.
I think the very latest DLC I don't have yet, but that doesn't quite matter, I think.
Nah, it doesn't tack on to the end like Ashes of Malmouth. You can do it the moment you've killed the Warden, but
Oh, I see.
you can, but it actually takes place after Malmouth.
Alright,
So I just left it till the very end.
I see. Yeah, that's probably better. I have Malmouth and I have Crucible.
I just actually got Crucible just yesterday, though I'm not sure how much I'll be playing with it.
I haven't played Crucible yet.
It's just an arena mode as far as I can tell.
I know. I think I played like the first couple of waves, but yeah, Forgotten Gods does have the new class, but
So I'll just end this recording here, and I'll pick it up sometime myself.